Erica Copeland. I'm a senior this year, and I've been with the NCHS Theater Company for about 2 years.
Hello, my name is Anaya Thompson. I am also a senior, and I've been a part of the NCHS Theater Company for 4 years.
Hey, my name is Mikkel West, and I've been a part of this NCHS theater community for 2 years.
Hi, my name is Ashish Thakur, and I've been part of this theater company for 3 years. Today we're going to be talking to you about kind of the unwritten rules and things you need to know when you come to the company. And I would like to start it off.
Sure. One rule that is something that you really need to pay attention to is don't touch the curtains with your hands. Your hands have lots of oils on them, and they can really destroy the curtains, even though our curtains are kind of rough anyway. But use your arms. That's like a big rule. Use your sleeves. Don't use your hands.
Don't be loud. Like, that's just like my number. Like, if somebody's on stage, like, don't talk when people are on stage. Don't talk when your director's talking. And if you're there during a rehearsal, like in the audience seats, just getting ready for your scene, just do homework, read. You can like talk quietly, but I'm talking like, hey, so like.
Another thing that we would want you to know is about auditioning, because that's really important. Audition etiquette. It's like how to, when other people are auditioning, you always make sure that you check before you come in to see if the people are talking on stage. Making sure to be respectful when you're watching people performing or auditioning.
Listen for the clap.
Yeah, listen for the clap.
I would say if someone's like actively on stage, I think like when, as you say, like check, like put your ear up to the door. Like that's something that's like simple. And then if you can like hear people like actively like acting on the stage, then wait, and then like wait for the clap, and then you can come in. And then when you do come in, be quiet with the doors. Like just close them very quietly because our doors are very loud.
Yeah, and I would also say like take into consideration like you might not get the role you want, but you should just be able to fully immerse yourself into it and be able to take with it what you can.
Yeah, if you say you're gonna take any role and then you get a role that you didn't want and you don't want it and you say you don't want it, it's not gonna end up very good because that's not how things work. So yeah, that's like proper audition etiquette. Some things that you is not to be eating in costume, to make sure that you're quiet on stage and behind, whether you're in the green room or walking around, especially during shows. That's really important. And making sure in general like you're being respectful of whoever is on stage, or if it's the director who's talking.
I do have like a specific theater makeup brand called Ben Nye, and it's just a little kit that all actors are required to get. You get this at a downtown, or I guess uptown shop near ISU. Alamo 2. And they have different skin tone ranges, but that is required before you like go on stage because it's a theater qualified quality makeup set. Having your lines done by the time they're scheduled to be done. So like last year we had a few mishaps with lines like where they weren't even memorized until tech week even, and it was just really messy and it was upsetting to the directors, to the actors that were on stage for those scenes.
Tech week is intense, to say the least. Tech week is a specific week that's right before we have our show, and it's a week that needs to be dedicated to the theater. It's something where it's like, if you have outside conflicts, they need to be rescheduled because this is our time dedicated to our show, because we will be performing it in front of people the next week. So we have things like cue to cue, which are extensively long, but you literally go from cue to cue, like lighting cue to lighting cue, sound cue to sound cue, and you just like run everything through.
Another thing is with the props, don't touch other people's props or don't use them when you don't need to be, and really only use them for the purpose of the play, because that can just mix everything up and it could potentially ruin a lot of stuff.
Check your props before going on stage, because if you get to the point where you're 3 lines before you're supposed to be on and you realize that you don't have your sword for the dragon fight, like you're kind of just like, you can't mime that. That's not something that can just be like acted out in that sense. Yeah, and a lot of most of our warm-ups will happen in the green room once we get towards the show. So it's something where it's like what happens in the green room like stays in the green room. That's something where a lot of emotion can go on there, but those are things that need to stay in there because that's a very intimate type thing that we have within our company.
But that does not mean that if somebody's like being inappropriate with you, saying inappropriate things, you need to tell an adult or a stage manager about those sorts of issues, because like hazing isn't a thing in theater. You don't get hazed in a dressing room. Like, don't let anybody bully you or bully other people or make remarks about different things about your body, about your race, about your religion. That needs to be addressed with an adult.
I think the biggest thing, one of the biggest things, like you were saying, is like respect. Respect is super, super big in theater. It's a mutual understanding that we all have with each other. You know?
Okay. A bit of stage etiquette. When you're on stage and like in the wings, like on the sides of the stage, be very quiet, especially if there are people performing on stage, if you're actively in a show, because that's just like very disrespectful to the people that are on stage who have put so much hard work into the show to just have you on the side of the stage, taking up their spotlight, really. Another small rule is that, or it's a big rule, if you're on the side and you can see an audience member, they can see you. So you need to be out of the viewpoint of everyone that's on stage, and like out in the audience specifically.
And I think also just have fun. I think that's super important.
Yeah, I'm like, we're saying everything's like very, very serious. Like, I mean,
yeah.
it is, but like, also have fun within
Yeah.
our program. Like, we're not,
Yeah,
super
don't
stuck
have
up
the-
about anything.